Good evening. We are here. We're live on Twitch. And, well, it's Friday. It's a bad weather day, which, look outside, you know. And we're going to look to get this season possibly out of the way. We're at least going to get the Ohio State game done. So here's how it is. I am off work tomorrow, so I will be finishing. Basically, I will be finishing the 2028 season tomorrow and Sunday, weather permitting. No power outage, no nothing like that. Not that I expect that to happen. But I'm off work tomorrow. So basically what my plan is I'm going to do the Ohio State game tonight. We're going to look to possibly get the Big Ten championship out of the way, if possible. Again, depending on if I get in. And then we'll finish this. We'll finish the regular season. Tentatively, I want to get this game in the regular season finished today, if possible. If not, I will finish the rest of the regular season tomorrow and then include the playoff run, however far that is. That's the plan right now. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that is the plan right now. We'll see. We'll see if it happens, because right now I don't know. Right now we're kind of, it's going to be one of those where if it happens, it happens, but I'm not going to, I'm not going to push it. So. But that is the plan. So we're going to get into this. So it's Ohio State, it's Michigan, it's a rivalry. If we win, we control our destiny for the Big Ten championship. If we lose, it'll be utter chaos, and I'm thinking we'll probably be out of the Big Ten championship. I mean, judging by numbers, we should lose, but I haven't lost to Ohio State in 3 years. I beat them in 25. I beat them in 25, 26, and 27. I haven't lost in 3 years. I'm looking to make it 4. So, real quick, while I'm thinking about it, just because I want to be sure that I don't remember. This is one of those times where I have to remind myself. Let's see, we're going to look it up. Okay, so the starting quarterback for Ohio State is probably going to be Jeremy Helinski, not Tim Carpenter. Name sounds familiar. Oh, he played at Iowa State last year. Okay, where did you come from? He played at Iowa. So a transfer, the starter and a backup. Andy Toner, he must have been, yeah. All right, so Jimmy Hecklinski is going to be the starting quarterback for Ohio State. That's good to know. I did not know that. All right, so we've got what is deemed the game. Ohio State, Michigan, number 7 versus number 4. We win, we're in the Big Ten championship. We lose, well, all hell break loose and everyone will be sad. Mainly me. I'm going to go with their alternate. I love these helmets. These helmets kick ass. All right, let's jump into it. It's Michigan. It's Ohio State. Somebody is going to the Big Ten championship and somebody's going home. The question is who?
It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the Ohio State Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will take the field first. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan...
All right, so...
late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it
got 2 yards wrong.
If you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
God damn it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I forgot to make it.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground.
Rapana gets the first down. Up to the 49.
Crosses the 50, he's down to the 49.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Oh, shit.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal.
Oh, that didn't go well.
That time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure
That's the tight end. He got 9.
the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down.
Makes the catch. Got loose. He's up. He's moving. He's to the 10. Touchdown, Michigan.
And they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
Believe that? Yep, that's Jamar Browder.
Receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He broke that tackle right there. But he got loose. I was like, okay. I got a chance to at least get some more yards. It wasn't until, well, about, what is it, right? Well, let's see. Let's take a look at that replay, because I really want to get a good look at it. Makes a catch. When it break there, I was like, oh, okay, I got a chance. And then I thought, oh, crap, I don't have a chance because I'm getting, let's see. Yeah, I was like, oh, because it bumped me into this guy, so I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going down. And then he falls, I get loose, and I'm like, oh, I see him fall. So there's 3 on the ground, and I'm like, oh, I got a chance. And I'm like, off to the races. So we're about to take a 7-0 lead with the extra point. 7 plays, 80 yards, 221.
Finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary.
All right, let's see what happens on their first drive. Shamar Browder took that one 44 yards to score. Ohio State's answer, march down the field, get a touchdown of their own, and tied at 7. And Helensky hit Joshua Moore for a 6-yard score, tying it at 7. You know what I'm going to do? Let's see. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to automatically reorder the depth chart. Yeah, I forgot that I changed up the depth chart with what was going on. So, anyway, got that fixed. I forgot to reset the depth chart after the senior game.
They'll run it from the gun.
And he got 5.
It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume.
And first down up to the 49.
Here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Back to throw, it's Baker. Looking to the big tight end.
Oh, fuck, bad throw.
Barely picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire.
Oh, damn it.
Straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit.
Punt is away. They're going to wave it, and it's going to bounce into the end zone. All right, so, okay. Hold up. Wait. Okay, I gotta look into that. Okay. All right, so we're tied at 7. We got 3 minutes to go. Goddamn 7 here. Okay, they did put it. Okay. I don't care that he's rated 1-0. I'd rather have Pugsley right now as my quarterback.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this...
There he goes.
Oh, nice catch there by Browder. He gets the first down.
Give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down.
Oh,
He was hit
that,
as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to
that hurt.
incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion.
Ooh, that was called separation.
But it was not loose, and third down is coming.
That was divorce level separation.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted in the house, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense.
Where do you think you're going?
The punt in this situation if they want to punt.
He'll get it out.
All right, they got 2:15 to go. They're tied at 7. And we give up the go-ahead scores. We're going to open the second quarter. We're down 14-7. Heckling Ski hits Brendan McCargo for a 9-yard score. All right, let's see. We're going to try and get some offense going here.
Comes the Michigan offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score.
Kamara gets 3 on the carry.
Maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean.
I forgot the...
Tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
You think about some of the
Thank God that worked.
the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way
All
to the 46-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about...
And we get 5 on that run.
And the Joes, and when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Second down, he'll throw it.
Otten with the catch. Down to the 30.
Nice gain, gets it down to the 30-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing.
Kamara getting 8. Say the hell with it. We're going to go again.
Open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And, we got a yard. All right, so 3rd and inches.
On third down, that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in 3rd and short.
God damn it.
Physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive. Downhill. Went and got it.
And we're going to get the field goal. Cut the lead to 14-10. We're good with that.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And they kick it away into the end zone, and he's going to bring it out. And he got, he got dropped. He should. That was a stupid move, but hey, he's from Ohio State. What do you expect? And we get a stop. Ooh, we get the ball back at the 4. Okay, damn, this was not good for us. Oh, shit. What am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Shit. All right, 1st and 10 at the 4.
Michigan ready to
We're
get
going to have
that
to
offense
dig.
rolling again. Guys,
We're going to have to
last
dig
trip,
deep.
A little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think
Uh-oh, Kamara gets loose, gets the first down up to the 16, and, well, we dug out of that one after 1 carry.
They got to get in the end zone this time.
Sucker!
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a physical attack from the guy.
Ow.
Gets the nose.
Half a yard.
25, give him 1. Hang on, Smoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll
Oh, shit.
run for it.
I think he got it.
A yard on 3rd down, and
Did he get it?
wasn't any room to
No! Son of a bitch. So we hit the 2-minute warning. We're not getting the ball to begin the 2nd half. And I'm about to probably give it back to them.
And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field.
Yeah.
They'll look to pin them deep.
He's going to fair catch it.
Catch and the catch.
1:54 to go. Let's see if I get the ball back. Well, let's see if I get the ball back, and then let's see if there's any time left. Well, I get the ball back with time, but I'm down 21-10. God damn it. All right. Got all 3 timeouts.
Offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout.
Otten with the catch. Gets up to the 47. We're going to call a timeout.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab.
Shelley makes the catch. Gets up to the 41.
Set up at the 41.
We're going to keep going.
Wolverines are in the hurry up. Looking to throw on 1st down.
God damn it.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the middle.
Oh, that's not good.
Maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They stop him short.
All right, we're just going to have to... Well, unfortunately, we just weren't able to get anything out of this drive. And we're looking at bad. So we're down 21-10.
And a fun 1st half to boot. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
All right, we're going to begin the 2nd half here soon. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. And the kick is into the end zone. It is going to be a touchback.
Just taking the end. This drive will start at the...
Hopefully we are able to put together a defensive stand. God, I hope so. Well, those dreams are dashed. We are down 28-10. And as Heckenski hit Brendan McCargo for a night. Whoa! Nope, never mind, I'm sorry. Let's play before. So they read it in, tie for the tailback, took it in for 7 yards out. We're down by at least 2 scores, maybe 3.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wings.
We're going to have to do... We just got to have a good drive.
I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. And
son of a bitch.
But the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot
of first down.
With everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch.
Right down the boulevard.
Gets up to the 35.
And he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't
get 8 on that carry.
Faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun.
Kamara up the middle gets the first down.
The tackle at the 22 will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. To the air on first down. Here's a heat.
Shelley with the catch. He's in it. So Michigan with the touchdown. Ramon Shelley catching that pass across the middle and just ran for it. But we got to score. Ramon Shelley with the touchdown catch here. Ooh, Pugsy took a good hit there. All right, so we're looking good so far. It is now an 11-point game, 6 plays, 76 yards in over a minute.
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. West Virginia is ahead in this one.
Deep kick and touchback. All right, let's see what happens. Defense makes a stop. We get the ball back at the 20 after Marion Stewart made a call, made a fair catch. Give me a second. It's Otten, Shelley, Browder, Stewart, Badgett, but they had Otten apparently as the slot receiver. Why not? Why Otten over? Interesting. Stewart at 80 as a slot. Let me see. Yeah, I'm looking at things, trying to figure this. Okay, so. All right. Well, I mean, if anything, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I may move Stewart up into Browder's position in the fourth quarter. Try and use some of that speed. All right, so we've got our next drive. We've got the ball at the 20.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing.
Oh, shit. I'm just throwing that one away, basically. Oh, be quiet with that music.
He's one of the best receivers in college football.
God damn. 2 yards.
To get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the misconnection on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Overran him.
Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your...
All right, let's see if we can get a stop here. We got better. We got an interception. Josiah Edmond intercepted Helinski for a 26-yard return, setting us up at the 42-yard line. 1:08 to go. So if we can get a good spot.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Can't find his man.
Oh, I got rid of the ball at least.
Trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down.
Otten makes the catch, gets out of bounds, a minute to go. We're at the 36.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually
he dropped it, unfortunately.
That's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football.
Browder with the catch, gets the first down up to the 17. We're going to keep going. Come on, let's go. Let's go, 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 go.
Wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Shelley with the catch, gets 9.
The 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll do it himself.
Bugley, close. Down at the 3. All right, we're going to start the final quarter. We're close. We're getting close. I would argue it's Brandon McCargo. He's targeted McCargo 9 times, so...
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth.
Time is on everybody's side. Let's see. All right, we're at the 3. Let's see if we can get a touchdown out of this.
He wants to throw it. Fires to the end.
Touchdown, Michigan! And we cut into the lead.
Comeback is underway.
We're an extra point away from being down by 4. Will they go for a 2? Will they want us to go for a 2-point conversion? I don't know. But we'll see. The touchdown kicks there by Ethan Barbaro. And Michigan is within 4. So they want us to go for 2, which we're going to.
Make it a 3-point game late. Looking to throw.
Shelley with the catch. We got it. We're within a field goal. And Michigan is making the comeback here in Columbus. Now down by 3. And here comes the kick. It will be returned.
On the move from inside his 5.
He gets dropped at the 20.
More dynamic, but they get him on the ground.
I really hate that damn song. All right. Let's see what the defense's response is. What does Michigan do against Ohio State? They get a stop. 8:47 to go. We're going to get the ball at the 43 after a 14-yard return by Marion Stewart.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch.
Shelley with the catch. He got 6.
Immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back.
Takana up the middle. Got the first down.
To move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Gonna end it off to Takana again. He's gonna get 6. Ohio State's George West is down with an injury. We're gonna shuffle in running backs here. Bringing in another running back. This will be Parker Jr. Throwing the ball. I think that's Hanson. She got 3.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air.
Shelley with the catch. Makes a move. Gets loose. Gets to the 21-yard line. Is he down? Woo.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was
Getting Shelley again. He dives into the end zone of Michigan. Takes the lead. Michigan takes a 3-point lead with just under 7 minutes to go.
Where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Oh, man. Michigan is going to take the lead here. Ramon Shelley of Ryan Pugsley has 303 yards right now, 21 of 31.
PAT unit on the field.
I am not going to lie. Michigan wins this. I'm asking myself how. We're down. We're up by 4. Just under 7 minutes to go, and Michigan will punt. Will kick it away to Ohio State. And here's the kick. It's going to be a touchback. As State will kneel in the end zone. Let's see what their response is going to be. Ohio State's response, apparently go 3 and out. We get the ball at the 22. We're up by 4.
So here comes the Michigan offense.
We got Jaron Parker Jr. in the backfield, and he's going to move. Got the first down up to the 34. 12-yard carry on that first play.
I'm impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter. Just got a touchdown.
Mayor's ready to go.
And there, they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now. And as a coach, you love to see that.
I'm going to keep Parker Jr. in here for right now. Oh, he's getting some movement. Got 6. All right, we're going to put Kamara back in after this carry. Parker is going to get the first down up to the 49. Kamara is coming back in.
This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will.
Oh, Kamara gets a yard. Well, we're going to use the clock to our advantage here.
Great job playing the probability, understanding it might.
Oh, he knocked it away.
That's right. They make a big play for this defense.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Bugsy says, "Fuck this, I'm running for it." He gets 5.
Going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
This is why third down.
We're gonna punt them the ball away, but I'm gonna let the clock run.
They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
We're gonna kick it away.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all
Damn it.
activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse.
All right, so they're getting the ball at the 25. Let's see what's the response going to be. And they march down the field and take the lead with 1:46 to go. A 2-yard run by the tailback gets them into the end zone. The extra point is good. Ooh, this is going to be the drive of the game right here. Ohio State is ahead. (35-32). We got the ball to 20. We've got all 3 timeouts.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's got it.
Otten with the kick. Got the first down.
Still on his feet. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. And he can't get it off.
God damn it.
What a huge play this
That wasn't good.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down.
Hit the tight end. Tight end's going to get the first down. Up towards midfield. We're going to call timeout.
Line, and that'll be a 1st down.
We're at the 45.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point.
We've got
Every
58
second
seconds to go.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking downfield on 1st down.
Son of a bitch! And that's it.
Taking it the other way. Nice.
And unfortunately, our dreams are dead.
That's a tough deal for
Unfortunately, our dreams are dead.
having to throw the football. You're just trying to
Ohio
make
State
ball gets away
has snapped the losing streak.
of a DB. Nice job.
Tavares Alford has just become the hero of Ohio State. They intercept Ryan Pugsley,
Okay, here comes the
and
Ohio State offense onto the field.
we got
This is everything you could
52
hope for
seconds to
in a rivalry
go.
game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made.
And
It's
oh,
moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
and we're gonna.
Stop, but not before he takes
And
a shot.
unfortunately, it's over. We don't have the time. And Ohio State did the impossible. They beat Michigan 35-32.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack
They
and Jesse
snapped
Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.
the winning
You are
streak.
watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
They snapped the winning streak against. They snapped the losing streak against Michigan. Ohio State wins 35-32. Michigan's hopes of having a bye in the CFP are gone. Both teams finished 7-2 in Big Ten play. God, chaos. Oh my God. All right, so Jeremy Helinski finishes 30 of 49, 382, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Ty Fermagine, 11 carries, 35 yards, 2 touchdowns. Helinski had 6 for 37. Brendan McCargo, 10 receptions, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. Joshua Moore, 8 for 139 with 2 scores. Clyde Washington, 6 for 87. And of course, Tavares Alford, player of the game. I made the play of the game with the game-sealing interception against Brian Pugsley. As for Michigan, Brian Pugsley goes 24 of 35, 338, 4 touchdowns in that game-sealing interception. Jamison Kamara, 9 carries, 38 yards. Pugsley, 8 for 15. Kapana, 6 for 35. Jarian Parker Jr., 3 for 27. On the receiving front, Ramon Shelley, 8 for 119 with 2 scores. Ethan Barbaro, 4 for 42 with a touchdown. And Jamar Browder, 4 for 85 with a touchdown. Josiah Edmond had the interception for Michigan. Once again, Ohio State crushes Michigan's hopes, at least of having an outright chance at the Big Ten title game. 35-32, Ohio State over Michigan. The winning streak is over. Michigan's 7-game winning streak over Ohio State is dead. My personal 3-year run of beating Ohio State is over. And 35-32, we're going to see what happens with the rest of the week, how it shakes out, because, well, Big Ten is in flux now. I will be back in just a second, and we'll cover what happens as we get ready to move on to week number 14. Okay. All right, so it looks like we officially fell out of the bye. We are sitting at number 10. On the recruiting side, we are in a recruiting battle for Reggie Driver with Indiana. And we lost Safari Whitehead. He signed with Oklahoma. Ole Miss gets Evan Dukes. Darius Wall signed with Texas A&M. Alabama gets Warren Singleton. Carlos Sheets signs with Ohio State. Auburn gets Carlos Moncrief. And then Joe DeMarco signs with Iowa. That's going to screw up our recruiting. Yeah, badly. All right, since I'm on the recruiting page right now, we're going to go ahead and, well, we're going to go ahead and start cleaning this shit out. Okay, so we need a tackle and we need an outside linebacker. All right, I've got 250 recruiting hours to use. Well, I'm going to. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and start hitting some of these. Okay. So we got a recruiting board situated. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. All right, let's take a look at that top 25. So we've got a new top 4. It is Miami, Texas A&M, UCLA, and Ohio State. Number 5 is going to be Texas, as they lost to Texas A&M 16-14. Auburn is at 6. SMU is at 7. 8 is Tennessee. 9 is Washington. Michigan falls from number 4 to number 10. Notre Dame is at number 11. Duke is at number 12. Clemson falls from 6 to 13. Toledo moves up from 15 to 14. They will be the group of 4. They will be the group of 4. The group of 4 team that will face. Well, right now they face Texas probably. South Carolina is sitting at 15. They moved up from 19. Oregon is sitting. Oregon is at number 16, coming off a loss to Washington. How they didn't fall, I don't know. TCU jumps up 5 spots after a blowout victory over UCF. Alabama falls from 13 to 18 as they lost the Iron Bowl to Auburn. North Carolina is at 19. 20 is Baylor. 21 is Boise State. And then we have a host of non-ranked teams as Oklahoma joins the list at 22, Florida Atlantic at 23, Southern Miss at 24, and Ball State at number 25. LSU drops at number 17. Pitt drops from 18. Penn State at 20. Arizona State at 21. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. All right, so what does the updated bracket look like after week 13? Well, as you see, the top 4 are the top 4. 5-12 matchup would actually be Texas and TCU. The 6-11 would be Auburn and Toledo. 7-10 would be SMU and Michigan. And then 8-9 would be Tennessee and Washington. We'll see exactly how all that shakes out after the conference championship week, which we'll get to here soon. Speaking of the conference championship. Oh shit. Ha! They got hosed. Oh wow. So it looks like it's going to be UCLA and Washington for the Big Ten championship. Michigan, and so a three-way tie between Washington, Michigan, and Ohio State ends with Washington getting the go-ahead. Even though they lost to us, but they beat Ohio State. But they lost to us, so I don't understand. That's where the logic doesn't fit. To me, that's where the logic doesn't fit. Okay, they beat Ohio State. I understand Ohio State being lower than them. But we beat them. And it wasn't close either. 38-17. And we're still out. So, please, make that make sense. To me, make that make sense. All right, so I guess we're going to be sitting at home on conference championship week. It's going to be UCLA and Washington. We'll see if that's the case, because honestly, I don't know. We got the Army-Navy game coming up this week. That's always a very great game to watch. All right, so we're moving ahead in the next week. We lost the commitment to Georgia. We lost Baraka Hart. He committed to Georgia. So we're going to have to look at getting another tackle, I would assume. And we definitely are on the bye week. We are definitely on the bye week for conference championship week. And I was offered a contract extension. I will start my new contract for the 2029 season. Oh, I am, quote, safe for now. Interesting. All right, so I will start a new 5-year deal that will run me to 2033. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to be in the CFP, so all right, so we got a contract extension. Let me take a look at my staff. All of my staff have 1 year remaining. I am actually going to extend them. I think I'm going to extend both coaches. I like the coaches I have. So we're going to give them extensions. I'm going to clean out my recruiting board real quick, and then we're going to go into what the schedule for the week will look like. Okay. Yeah, 75 hours. All right, so the upcoming schedule for conference championship week, excluding us. Starting in Conference USA, it's going to be Western Kentucky and Kennesaw State. Fresno State and Boise State are going to be the Mountain West. Toledo and Ball State for the MAC. Big 12 is going to be West Virginia and TCU. The Sun Belt is going to be Appalachian State and Southern Miss. SEC is going to be Auburn and Texas. American is going to be Florida Atlantic Tulane. Big 10 is going to be Washington and UCLA. And then Clemson and Miami in the ACC. So there's going to be some paying attention to these games because basically, realistically, realistically, the ACC, the Big 10, the SEC, the Big 12, the MAC, and the Mountain West could have influences on the playoff. I say influences on the playoff for the most part because of the Mountain West and the MAC, because one of these two, depending on who wins and who loses, could be looking at not being in the playoff over the other. Boise State may get in. Toledo may get in the left, and Toledo may not, depending on what happens. It's going to be interesting, for sure. Going into Conference Championship Week, our Heisman watch. Deuce Knight, Tristan McMillan, Cortez Mills Jr., Siri Gaines, and Julian Lewis. Where did McMillan finish? Okay, so he finished with 3,647 yards, 29 touchdowns, 11 picks. So he didn't eclipse his total from last year, but that was bound to happen. I mean, hell, at least he tried. Honestly, at this point, I'm thinking it's going to be. I think Deuce Knight's going to walk away with this thing. I don't know why. Okay, I do know why. 3,600 yards passing and 42 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. I think that's why. I think he's going to walk away with it over Tristan McMillan from SMU. I don't know. Let's put it this way. Unless Cortez Mills Jr. goes off and just balls out against Clemson, which is possible, or one of these two from UCLA, my money's on anybody, it would probably be Julian Lewis. One of these two, probably Julian Lewis, would probably ball out against Washington, and then we'd have a different story. I'm just saying, you never know. So it's going to be interesting, but right now my odds-on favorite would be Deuce Knight. Knight is at the top of the list from the Maxwell, the Walter Camp. Juan Angel is at the top for the Bear Bryant. And I've got a feeling he's going to walk away with that one. Knight is leading the Davey O'Brien, Chuck Burnick. Looks like that may go to Noah McHale from Texas A&M. And he might get the Bronco Nagurski as well. Jim Thorpe looks like it's going to go to Dwayne Galloway of West Virginia. And the Dope Walker That may go to series games. Jamison Kamara fell to third. Xavier Ford of Memphis, who is a one-year starter after having a 3-year run at Minnesota. That will be interesting. Let's see. Blitnikoff looks like that's going to be Cortez Mills Jr. Jalen Woods is looking at the Lombardi. The Unitas Golden Arm is looking like that might go to Aaron Nolan. Ryan Pugsley is an 8 with that one. Jaden Woods is looking at Edge Rusher of the Year. Darren Barlasky is looking at Outland Trophy. Andrew Olsh is looking at the Mackey. Ethan Barbaro is sitting in second. We'll see if that stays. I don't know. Broyles looks like it's going to be somebody from Boise State. Bupkis looks like it's going to be Noah McHale from A&M. Kennard Kersey from Syracuse looks like he may win the Remington. Jesse Turner of North Carolina might win the Lou Groza. Noah Ripkowski, Jacksonville State. I think it's a clear runaway for the Ray Guy Award. Jet will look like it's going to Detroit Addison. Marion Stewart looks like he's gonna finish at 7th. And Nashawn Alexander, that one looks like that's gonna go to Johnny Fielder of Oklahoma. All right, so we've got Conference Championship Week to look at. So here we go. What's the field officially going to look like after this week? Conference Championship Week is in the books. We lost 3 more commitments to different schools. We move up to number 9, so we would be facing 9. Oh, shit! If I remember, oh, hell no. If I remember that right, that's the 8-9 matchup that leads into the number 1 seed. Fuck! I think. I don't remember. Okay, let's put it this way. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But I don't think so. Nathan Qualls signs with LSU. Junior Finley signed with Indiana. And Gil President signed with Michigan State. They signed with little brother, huh? Okay. All right. You want to do that? That's fine. All right. So week 16. Oh. So Washington beats UCLA. Let's take a look at that schedule for conference championship so we can, oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm looking at team schedule. All right, let's look at that conference championship. So Kennesaw State wins 42-34. Boise State wins 36-32. Ball State pulls off the upset over Toledo 28-21. TCU survives against West Virginia 38-36. Southern Miss beats App State 24-19. Texas rolls Auburn 45-14. Florida Atlantic shows Tulane the door 36-14. Washington upsets UCLA 41-36. And Miami squeaks out a victory over Clemson 32-31. Alrighty. So this is going to be the bracket. So it's going to be Miami, Texas, Texas A&M, and Ohio State as the 1 through 4. Washington at the 5. UCLA is going to be 6. SMU, Tennessee, Michigan, and Notre Dame are in the top 10. Auburn falls to 11. Duke stays at 12. Clemson stays at 13, even though they lost by a point to Miami. South Carolina moves up to 14. TCU is at 15. Boise State's at 20. That's going to be interesting. Okay, that's weird. So Toledo's still higher ranked than Boise State, so does that mean they're going to get into the playoff? That's a good question. Oregon is 17. Alabama, North Carolina, Boise State, Baylor, Oklahoma, Florida Atlantic, Ball State, and Southern Miss. All right, I'm not going to show until we get to the playoffs. I'll unveil the bracket when this is all said and done, because I don't know. It may change, and frankly, I want to see it when it's finalized. So the Heisman finalists, it's Knight. Cortez Jr. moves up to 2nd. McMillan goes to 3rd. Taven St. Clair and Air Nolan join the list. Yeah, I ain't afraid to say it. This is Deuce Knight's award. Yep. Deuce Knight's walking away with this one, I think. All right, let's get this week out of the way. We will get into the bracket. We will get into everything. We'll get into everything. All right. We lost 2 more recruits. So we're officially going to be number 9. So we're going to be in the 8-9 matchup, which that's the hell bracket. Reggie Driver signs with Indiana, and Jose Colerio signs with Texas A&M. So we lost 2 more players. Deuce Knight wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,600 yards, 42 touchdowns, with 74% completion percentage. And oh my God. And we're going to face the Heisman Trophy winner in the first round of the college football playoffs. It's going to be Tennessee and Michigan in the 8-9 matchup. Ooh. Damn. This is going to be interesting. All right. Let's clean up the early signing day business here. Reggie Driver signs with Indiana. Quayle signs with LSU. Gallo signs with Texas Tech. Finley goes to Indiana. Michigan State gets Gil President. For the offseason, we're going to have to fill in wide receiver, corner, edge rusher, probably tail. I'm assuming tail. Basically, we're going to have our hands full when it comes to the recruiting cycle. All right, going into the start of bowl week, I just want to take a look. So it's Indiana or Illinois. Kalen DeBoer was fired. We'll get into that later. Mississippi State, Scott Satterfield, he was fired. Lincoln Riley was fired. When you go 6-6, I can see why. And I'm at the top of their list for that one. Oh shit. I might have to think about that one. And they've got me, let's see. And then West Virginia's DC went pro. They've got me on the list for that, and I'm going to be honest, no, I'm not downgrading. At this point, the only move I might make is USC. Okay. So the Heisman Trophy winner, of course, is Deuce Snyder. We're going to roll up into the bowl winners and then award winners, and then we're going to go into the bowl matchups. And basically, we're going to start looking at everything, and then we'll get into the bracket. So Knight wins the Maxwell. He wins the Walter Camp. Bear Bryant goes to Juan Angel. He gets Davey O'Brien. Chuck Burdick goes to Smith Obukune from Texas. Bronco Nagurski also goes to Smith Orogabo of Texas. Travis Anderson wins to Jim Thorpe. Doak Walker goes to Siri Gates. Jamison Camara finishes 8th. Cortez Mills Jr. wins the Blitnikoff. Lombardi goes to Smith Orgabo from Texas. Aaron Nolan wins the Unitas Golden Arm. Pugsley finishes 9th. Edge Rusher of the Year, Smith Orgabo. Darren Brockus wins the Outland Trophy. Andrew Olch wins the Mackey. Ethan Barber finishes 2nd. Boreals goes to Boise State's Nate Potter. Noah Mikkel won the Dick Buckus Award. Remington went to Conrad Kersey of Syracuse. Enrique Mansour of Florida Atlantic wins the Lou Groza. Noah Rapowski wins the Ray Guy, which was not a surprise. Notori Addison from Minnesota wins the Jet Award. Marion Stewart finishes 7th. Deshaun Alexander goes to Johnny Fielder. So we had some close finishes, but nothing really to speak of. The bowl matchups. Florida Atlantic will face Florida in the Armed Forces Bowl. North Carolina and Georgia in the Birmingham. Southern Miss and Sam Houston in the Boca Raton. You know about the playoff bowls. I'm looking to see. Florida State and Penn State will play in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Auburn will face Pitt in the Gasparilla Bowl. Memphis and LSU in the Gator. North Texas UNLV will be in the Hawaii. Duke will be playing UConn in the Holiday Bowl. Alabama and Miami U in the Las Vegas Bowl. Oregon and South Carolina in the Music City. Kennesaw State will play Troy in the New Orleans Bowl. Baylor and Clemson will play in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. USC and Missouri in the Relinquist Bowl. Nebraska and Minnesota in the Sun Bowl. Oklahoma and Texas Tech in the Texas Bowl. And Toledo and New Mexico State get the Xbox Bowl. All-Americans. Deuce Knight is first team All-American. I'm looking to see if we get anybody on this list, and we did not. Basically, no names that stick. Names that you would figure would stick out are on this list. Second team, we actually got one, looks like. Ethan Barbaro was second team All-American at tight end. And that is it. Freshman All-Americans, I don't think I had anybody that played. Nope. Alright. Alright, let's look at the Big Ten. Big Ten first team, Ethan Barbaro, Lagarde Edokoy, and that was the first team. Second team, Jameson Camara, Ramon Shelley, and Jordan Young. And freshman for Big Ten, yeah, definitely not us. And that's it. He played one game, I had 193 yards, 3 touchdowns. Man. All right, so let's take a look at that final bracket for the CFP. So the final bracket is as follows. The 1 through 4, it's Miami, Texas A&M, and Ohio State. The 5-12 matchup will be Washington hosting Boise State. The 6-11 will be UCLA hosting TCU. 7-10 will be SMU hosting Notre Dame, and then the 8-9 will be Tennessee hosting Michigan. Washington-Boise State will face Ohio. The Washington-Boise State winner will face Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Tennessee-Michigan winner will face Miami in the, I think that is the Orange Bowl. I could be wrong, I don't know. UCLA-TCU would face Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl will get Texas versus the winner of SMU-Notre Dame. I could see where we'll probably, I could honestly see, I could see us getting out of the first round. The game against Miami is what scares me. Because I know how good Miami is, and I'm just afraid that we would probably lose that game, if I'm going to be completely honest. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. So, that's going to be it. That's gonna be it. We will start the playoff run tomorrow. Essentially, I'm gonna do the first round, and then depending on if we beat Tennessee, I'll probably do the next round against Miami, and then probably stop for a little bit. I don't know. Real quick, let's touch on the staff moves that have happened so far. Lincoln Riley was fired by USC. Brian Newberry, the head coach of Navy, decided, I'm going to the NFL. Kirk Cignetti of Indiana said, I'm retiring. I'm done. Kalen DeBoer of Illinois was fired. Justin Wilcox of Cal fired. Brian Vincent of ULM, he went to the NFL. Aaron Watson of Temple is joining him. He said, I'm out. I'm going to the NFL. Bob Chesney of JMU was fired. Tulsa's Chris Creighton fired. Matt Rule of Cincinnati fired. Mississippi State Scott Satterfield fired. Akron's Mateo Poe fired. West Virginia's Maurice Booth said, I'm going to the NFL. Ron Parker of Vanderbilt was fired, as was Charlotte's Eddie George. Tim Lewis of Liberty was also fired. Oregon State's Stag Wheeler went to the NFL. Brian Knorr of Air Force decided, I'm retiring. Blake Gideon of Georgia Tech was fired, as was Morgan Scalley of Utah. Tulsa's Brad Robbins. Hawaii's Anthony Arkanix. Michael Desmarooks of Mississippi State. Ian Cook of Liberty. Dean Kennedy of JMU. Charlotte's Jimmy Rassman. Kyle Krantz, also of Liberty. So Liberty's entire staff is gone. Their entire staff was fired. Charlotte's George Benetsky is fired as well. And that's the last one. So, let's see. I think Charlotte's entire staff. Yep, let's see. Let's see if we can sort it. So, Air Force's DC retired. Akron's head coach was fired. Cal's head coach was fired. The entire Charlotte staff was fired. Cincinnati's head coach was fired. Georgia Tech's DC. Hawaii's DC. Illinois' head coach is gone. Indiana's head coach retired. James Madison's head coach and OC are gone. Liberty's entire staff is gone. Mississippi State's head coach and OC are gone. Navy's head coach is gone. Oregon State's OC is gone. Temple's head coach. OC and head coach of Tulsa. ULM's head coach. USC's head coach. Utah's DC. The head coach for Vandy and the DC of West Virginia. Damn. So 3 schools. Or no, was it 2? Nope, 2. So Charlotte and Liberty are the only ones that are completely changing out. Shit. This is going to be interesting. All right, so tomorrow we will start the road to the bowl week. It will be Tennessee hosting Michigan. Tennessee is 10-2. Michigan's 9-3. They're averaging 46 points a game. We're averaging 40. We're averaging more passing yards at 336. They've got 301. They're averaging more rushing yards at 197. We're at 168. Jerome. Oh, so he ended up there. Okay. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to be looking into this. So Tennessee is favored by the numbers on the offense and the overall. Offense at 94, overall at 92, or a flat 91. So, I mean, not that matters, but who knows. Let's see, one more thing before we get into this. We know about Michigan. We want to know some more about Tennessee. All right, so Deuce Knight is the starting quarterback. Josh Flowers is his backup. And then after that, they have freshmen. Their starting tailback is actually probably a split between Doug Densmore and Karan Williams. You got no fullback. Scovey, White Helton, who was formerly from Georgia, is at Tennessee. It's Logan Cummings, Burnell Richardson, and then Jerome Bettis Jr. Bettis, this is his first year starting. 967 yards, 17 touchdowns. So in the 3 years that he's been in school, this is his first year starting. Damn. Their wide receiver room is deep. No shit. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 receivers. And 3 of them are leaving school at the end of this year because of graduation. Bettis and Dylan Newton Short could also be joining them. Dylan Newton Short is transferred from Virginia. Has not played this year, so he might stay or he might enter the portal. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. Their starting tight end is Jack Vander Dosler, who started all 4 years at Tennessee. Started as a freshman and just stayed on the field. Wow. All right, so this is going to be an interesting team to deal with, and we're going to have our hands full. I know it. I can see why their defense is rated so high, because most of their highly rated players, you don't see a defensive player until you get to cornerback Raheem Long Jr. at 86. It's all offense. Yep, it's all offense, including the starting and backup quarterback, and both running backs. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting matchup. We'll get into it tomorrow. Like I said, Tennessee, Michigan from Knoxville tomorrow, and we will start our run through the college football playoff. Till next time. Till tomorrow. We'll see you guys later. Y'all have a great night. Stay warm, stay safe, stay dry. Just stay safe. Till next time. We'll see y'all guys later. Y'all have a great night.